be a camera?
No.
You didn't want to focus on your solar panel?
No solar panel today.
Solar panel.
Hello! Welcome back to us talking about stuff again, like we do every month or something.
Something like that. Yeah, the monthly podcast.
Monthly podcast. Should happen every week. But instead, every month.
Every month.
Every month.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Isn't this the first one of the year?
True.
I hate that joke so much.
He was being serious. It is the first one of the year.
I know. It is the first one of the year.
Hello, Bombardiers. I haven't seen you all year.
Ah! Wow.
Dude, if we ever stream, that should be a subscriber alert.
What, me screaming like that? Gladly.
That's one of those Twitch things that annoys the hell out of me.
Same.
It's all the noises and things popping on screen, and it's
Text to speech is one of the worst things ever. Like, genuine.
like, please, could you not? I'm here to listen to you talk, not listen to fucking...
Listen to your chat's jokes. Is my chair hitting the wall? Whatever. We run it live.
Yeah, we run
Anyways,
it.
speaking of live, you know who was live last week? Playing Path of Exile 2,
Who?
lying about everything.
Who?
Good old Elon Musk.
Oh, the muskrat?
The muskrat.
Old Muskie?
Old Muskie. So yeah, Elon Musk is a gamer, I guess. He says he's a gamer. I believe that he plays games in his free time.
Like Bejeweled, maybe.
Like Bejeweled. So he played Path of Exile because he got into Diablo, and
Do we know that?
he got into Diablo. Yeah, we know he got into Diablo.
Okay.
Do we know that he was good at it? This is putting proof on the table that no, but we'll get to that. So he was into Diablo. Was apparently the #1 player in the world, which is very impressive. And now we come to Path of Exile because he said he was going to play that because it looked better.
Can you imagine being his ghost player?
Right?
Actually being the number one?
Ghost players.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just
Just
imagine,
right?
Imagine being #1 in the world, but not being able to say it because
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk is paying you.
How much money would it take for you to play for Elon Musk and be the hidden player behind the scenes?
I mean, if you paid me more than I make now, then sure.
That's
all it takes.
He's like, yeah, that's not that much money.
Yeah, it doesn't take too much.
But yeah, so Elon played Path of Exile. Now we're going to have to explain a whole lot of things for this because I have to assume that not everybody knows certain terms we're going to use. So, Diablo and Path of Exile play in a seasonal style, a league style. Path of Exile 2 is in early access, so we don't have one going right now. It's currently just basically launch league. And he's playing on hardcore, meaning if you die once, your character's gone.
Yeah.
You're toast. Finitoed. Mm-hmm. Elon Musk was the 7th best. No, I can't say best. He was ranked 7 on the hardcore leaderboards, meaning that he hit level 97 because that's where they were at the time. 7th. Now, that's really impressive because the people who are in like these top positions, they like when Path of Exile released, one of these top players, I kid you not, played for 40 hours in 2 days. 40 hours in 2 days.
Okay.
That is the efficiency we're talking about having to compete with these kinds of people.
So played for
Unemployed.
20 hours, slept for 8, and then played for 20 hours.
Potentially. Or slept for 4
On each.
on each.
That's just unoptimized.
But yeah, so,
Yeah.
right? Needless to say, they're playing a whole bunch.
Mm.
A whole bunch. How does a person who is running, 4 companies? Minimum of 3 companies, but I think it's 4.
4 companies and the
4
country.
companies and the country have 40 hours to spare in 2 days.
It showed his player, like, his character was going while he was in a meeting.
Yes, it did. We'll get to that. So, this brings up two things. One, he's not the one playing. it's someone else playing his account.
Okay.
Or
His
2,
clone?
CEOs do nothing.
It could be both.
It could be both, yeah. You're so right.
Now, you're not going to catch a CEO alive say that they do nothing.
Right. They
So
gotta
what
justify their
what
paycheck.
does this leave? There's someone playing his account, clearly. Well, he levels up and he finally does a stream on Twitter.
X.
Twitter. Showing off his skills.
Okay.
How good he is. So he boots it up and is, showing his audience, talking and all this. And he shows off the skills he uses. He shows off his gear. And we're going to come back to the gear later. But he goes to show them how the game, like what the gameplay loop is. So he goes to click on to start a map. And he is clicking on maps that aren't accessible to him in his current point. Because the map system in PoE2 works in like a path and you can't go away from where you are. What's that?
In his chest, they're also labeled Elon's maps.
Now,
And easy ones in there.
this brings up a few different things. One, anyone that's not me doesn't talk in third person typically. So it is
Elon
kind of
does.
strange. I guess me and Elon are weird like that, but that's beside the point. 2, Elon, I'm pretty positive, has admitted he didn't play Path of Exile 1. Maps is the Path of Exile 1 name. In Path of Exile 2, they're called Waystones. So why would he call his tab Elon's Maps if he didn't play Path of Exile 1 to have that name? That is a strange thing.
What if you watched a bunch of Path 1?
He might have. I don't know. Well, we're giving the benefit
No
of the doubt.
defending him.
So he knows our terminology. So he is a god gamer after all. So he knows this stuff. So he's repeatedly clicking on stuff that he can't
Trying
access
to
in
get
his,
the blue check
his maps.
Oh,
Yeah, he's trying to earn his blue check mark. Calm down, Wayne.
can you
So-
just buy that?
I'm trying to take Asmon's. I want his
Yeah.
blue check mark that got taken away.
Yeah.
Wait, it did get taken away?
Yeah. We're gonna get to that too. Don't worry. There's a lot. This drama is
Oh my
amazing.
god.
So Elon's trying to access the map and he can't for some reason. He eventually figures out what he was doing wrong and he puts his map in, and then he enters the map with a full inventory, which anybody who's ever played an ARPG in their life for even 5 minutes knows you empty your inventory all the time, so don't do that. So he goes in and he's blasting this map with his monk that has meditation.
Him fucking dragging inventory.
Yes.
Stupid.
So he's blasting these enemies down because his monk is literally like god tier. The people piloting this monk are insane. He runs by one of the most important currencies in the game. Just runs by it
To
and
pick
ignores
up
it.
rare or
To-
non-rare ones.
Not even that. He's not picking up anything that's not a map. Sorry, Waystone. He's not picking up anything. He's leaving all the dirt. It's a chaos orb. Thank you, Quinn. But he just leaves important stuff on the ground. And then he gets to a boss and he fights the boss. And before the boss dies, Elon runs out of mana. And he's just sitting there auto-attacking the boss with no damage while his mana goes up so he can every now and then throw one single spell out for like 10 seconds before he finally, I don't know if he ends up using a mana flash or the boss just finally dies, but he finally kills the boss out of mana. And all the stuff drops down. So he starts clicking to pick up the Waystones because Waystones are the only thing that if you don't use a loot filter are highlighted. We don't know why. So Elon's not using a loot filter, so the only thing that gets highlighted in his game is maps. So he thinks they're the important things. So he's clicking on these maps, Waystones, to pick them up, and they're not coming into his inventory because his inventory is full. Because the clown didn't empty it before going in. So he has to open his inventory and throw an item on the ground. At which point he leaves his inventory open and clicks on the item and drags it into his inventory. Which I think you only ever do one single time in these games before you realize, oh, this is a waste of time. I can just close my inventory and then pick up stuff automatically. He did this twice. He picked up 2 maps because 2 maps dropped. Waystones. And that's the joy that we got out of Elon Musk.
There's more.
There's a lot more, because that was just a rush of what happened. So, when he's going over his items, he is talking about their item level. Now, for those who don't know Path, item level is the level your character has to be to put on the item. It means nothing else other than the level needed to put on the item. And he is talking about how his gear is such a low level compared to him. That means nothing. Your gear, his weapon that he is using is quite literally one of the best weapons to exist on Hardcore League currently. It's now gone because Elon didn't die, his pilot died. That's a beautiful moment, by the way. So
we know the person piloting his character was the one who
Elon was
got it killed.
I believe Elon was in a meeting. Elon was in a meeting during some of the person piloting got it killed. It wasn't Elon. There is no way they let Elon get it killed. Because the maps Elon was running are easy. They're a joke. They were no threat. That's why they were Elon's maps. I'm pretty positive the person that was piloting his account went into something a little bit harder. Maybe a boss. I don't know why he would do that. But he went into something a little bit harder, and it got him. Which is funny.
I saw someone speculating that after the live stream, he was like, "Oh, I'll show them. I'm a good gamer." And
that would be hilarious. But he's raging about his items, levels, the required levels, thinking that's important because he played Diablo, and that is slightly important in Diablo, I think. I don't know.
A little bit more,
but,
I guess.
One of the items he's wearing is a pair of gloves that drops from the hardest boss in the game. And the gloves are only level 52 because that's their item level required. These gloves are insane. They are literally what makes his build. Mm-hmm. They can only ever be level 52. But he highlights them for very briefly and says, the gloves are on level 52. Then moves on. Hilarity. Just, guy does not know the game at all. So he's getting clowned by pretty much everybody because he doesn't know the game. But he's going on podcasts like Joe Rogan's podcast and all this, saying that he is the best player. He also said he was the best player in Quake. One of. I can't say
I'll
the
play
best.
Him in Quake.
He did say he was one of the best in Quake. And I'm like, okay, buddy. So, thanks to Path of Exile, Elon has now outed himself. I can't say it's only that. A lot of people during Elden Ring were criticizing his Elden Ring build as well, which I missed. I didn't even know he played Elden Ring, but...
because you're bad at one game doesn't mean you're bad at another game. So, I can see, being bad at Elden Ring, but being really good at Diablo.
But we're at the point now where Elon has shown to be bad in a few video games. He doesn't know what he's doing. And that's fine. We would respect it more if he came in and said, listen, this game is awesome. I don't have much time to play it. I have people piloting my account to get me to, this point. So I could do this fun stuff.
Yeah.
I have played the campaign in my off time. Campaign was awesome, but I want to do this in-game stuff. He shouldn't play on hardcore if that's the case, but still. So, be fine. You're blasting maps. You're doing these awesome things. You're advertising the game. That's cool. And then he takes it a step further. He defends himself, saying he is the best, showing proof because he showed Diablo 4. Wasn't even what anyone was asking about. So he showed Diablo 4 gameplay. And then he gets in beef with Asmongold, who, for people who don't know, Asmongold is a content creator on YouTube, mostly Twitch, covers mostly World of Warcraft in the past, Now it covers kind of just general stuff today. A lot of drama. He likes to feed off that.
I was gonna say a lot of what he does now is a lot of React stuff.
Yeah,
where
React.
He just watches other people's content, and
he got a massive audience grow during the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial. So he covers this stuff, and well, he made fun of Elon Musk because that's what everybody's doing right now in the gaming community, making fun of Elon Musk for being a clown. And Elon has taken away his Twitter checkmark and has posted private DMs on Twitter trying to out Asmongold for having bosses, and these bosses are his editors, his employees. So Elon Musk doesn't even understand how YouTube works at a high level.
At any level.
At any level, honestly.
What can I say? He's just too busy, you know?
He's too busy blasting in Path of Exile. That's all he has time for. But the whole Elon situation has just been a great feast of content. Like, I've watched, I think, at least 1 to 2 videos a day on the Elon Musk Path of Exile thing since it's happened.
You know, all he had to do was to never publicly show himself playing Path of Exile.
And people probably believe it.
Yeah.
Most would. Some wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Well, before that, we knew he was like number 1 in Diablo 4.
Yeah, but that was after like a year and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that doesn't quite shock me, because I'm like, yeah, sure, he probably, built this up over time, and yeah, that makes sense, I guess.
He can throw infinite resources at this game.
Yeah. Path of Exile, though, no, I don't think anybody's hit level 100. No, in fact, I know nobody's hit level 100 in hardcore yet.
Mm-hmm.
The highest level was when Elon Musk died, was 98. Because he died at level 98. So that means he was competing with the big boys. The cream of the crop.
Well, if one ARPG skill does kind of translate to another. Yes. So if he was number 1 in Diablo 4, it wouldn't make sense that he would be really good.
He would have skill in Path of Exile. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he wouldn't have skill. I'm saying he doesn't have the time. Unless CEOs do nothing.
Are you saying they do something?
I always assumed they did.
No.
I assumed the most important people to the company did something.
Take money from the company.
Apparently what they do, so they can put it into Path of Exile.
Yeah.
Play Path of Exile during meetings.
Right?
When you got, such a big brain, you gotta be able to flex it.
You gotta be able to do that.
You gotta be able to use it.
I want to
Subway
see...
Surfers gameplay is much more complex than brainless ones.
You know what I want to see? I want to see Elon boot up Quake against just some random.
Play against me, Elon. I'll play you.
It doesn't even have to be a top player. I just want to.
That's what I mean. I'm not a top player.
I just want to because we can immediately look at him and be like, okay, this is where his skill level is. I want to see it.
I want Elon to beat my ass in Quake. It'd be funny.
It would be very funny. But imagine if you beat him. You beat the God Gamer.
If that ever happened, I hope I don't.
You don't want to beat Elon Musk? You don't want to be the guy that beats Elon Musk in Quake?
Yeah, which Quake are we playing? That would
You'd
be
never get a blue check mark.
I would never
get
I never would, and he would never hire me to shadow play Path of Exile for him.
Actually, you beat him publicly. He might hire you to play background because he knows you're skilled, so he's going to put you in other games that you don't play. Yo, I need a World of Warcraft character leveled up. Can you do that for me?
I can play
sure, Elon.
Yeah, Elon, I can do that.
I hear Fortnite's really good. Can you get me an Elon Musk skin in Fortnite?
I only made it to silver, but I'd spend hours playing comp for him in Rivals.
Oh man. I need to see him pick up a competitive game like that. Because all we've seen him play is single player games. But he is big talk with Quake. I want to see it. I want to see the Quakeness. Or Halo. Or literally pick up anything. I don't care what it is. I need to see this.
Play Black Ops 6. It's what's hot right now. They're all playing Nuketown on it.
Nuketown's back. Of course it's back. It's always back.
There's a game mode that's literally just Nuketown.
That's wild.
It is the one that everyone plays. No one plays the regular game modes.
That's the map everybody likes from that. It's like 2 Fort and freaking TF2.
Because I tried queuing into a regular match. It was just, all the maps.
Dead.
I was there for like 5 minutes not finding a match. As soon as I hit Nuketown only...
Immediate.
It was immediate. I was like, oh, okay.
Too good.
So what's the point of having the other maps? Why don't you just release fucking...
No, we don't do
that. Nuketown Battle Royale. Nuketown...
They should. Nuketown's not big enough for a Battle Royale, but...
Well,
they could just make the yards bigger.
No, just drop 100 people into the small map. That would be pretty great.
That would be wild. Elon Musk has to be one of them.
Yes.
But yeah, so outside of Elon Musk and his whole Path of Exile tirade that's been going on, one person has been playing a ton of Marvel Rivals lately.
Brandon,
yeah.
And alongside him is Wayne.
How
you been liking Marvel Rivals?
That's good. I
good.
feel like I haven't played a whole bunch.
Most of the time, whenever I look on my computer, I see you playing Marvel Rivals.
Oh. I don't have a problem.
Most of the time when I see him, he's asleep.
And then he posts the thing, 10 hours of sleep, 11 hours of sleep.
Well, time to Marvel Rivals.
Wake up at 5 a.m. Oh boy, Marvel Rivals time.
Marvel Rivals time. Speaking of sleep, just quick segue from Marvel Rivals, VTuber segue. You know Kayla slept for 8 hours as she promised, and it gave her a migraine and made her sick? I'm like, homie, damn.
Sleeping too long and getting a headache is the worst. Because the only way to fix it is more sleep, like an hour now.
And she doesn't do that. But yeah, no, so the girl who sleeps typically 4 hours slept for 8 hours, and it made her sick. I'm like, dang. I typically sleep about 7 hours. Like, 8 hours is pretty good, but I don't sleep that extra hour. So I kind of feel rough for her because it's like, I also want that mutant superpower.
I have the opposite.
Yeah, you guys.
Normally when I'm not like dying, I guess. I don't know what's up with my sleep schedule recently, but it's a 6 hour.
It's winter. You guys are hibernating. Even though you guys like the cold, the one who should be hibernating is me.
Well, it's because I can sleep without like
being overheated.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
So I can just sleep longer.
And then I'm rolling around as fast as possible, trying to be like the rotisserie oven and heat myself up.
You just need a dog.
You need a dog.
Yeah, because Buddy will come up and try and like lay on my back or against my back, and then it's just like 1,000 degrees. I'm like, bro, you need to get the fuck off. Go away.
But yeah, Marvel Rivals. How's the new season going with not the Incredibles? Oh my god,
so
the Fantastics.
I'm going to out my older brother here. He does not like playing against Mr. Fantastic. Mr. Fantastic is a little strong.
I will say this: a lot of people in the higher ratings are saying he's weak. But here's the thing: I understand your brother's pain, and I will tell you why. I hate the bruiser class in video games. Because the bruiser class, for those who don't know these terms, it is a damage dealing character that is also beefy. Mm-hmm. Their job is to be beefy and deal damage. I hate that combination so much. Because I live in the mindset, tanks shouldn't be dealing damage. Their biggest thing should be being an annoyance, being crowd control, pulling people off of their damage dealers who should be squishy, or their supports. That's my viewpoint in all this. Bruisers break this because they're both.
And he's classified as a DPS.
Yes.
Which every single time my older brother would go, Why is he doing so much damage as a tank? And I'm like, he's not a tank. He's literally in the DPS class.
He's a bruiser. He's like Wolverine, but Wolverine's less tanky.
The follow-up is, then why does he have so much health? I don't know.
I don't know why they did this to him.
I don't know why they made him like this.
I gave both characters like shields, which is weird. Like, I guess Force Field is a shield, but...
Yeah. I'm shocked they gave her heals. Like, I thought they were genuinely going to make her, like, the first shield support.
heals are so great.
Her heals are really good. And the shield is so good.
She's being rated pretty good because she goes very, very well with dives.
Yes.
Because you could just sneak up on them. Dude, someone was in a bot lobby, and you can take advantage of their pathing if you're invisible and just, like, trap them.
That's funny.
Also, force pushing people off cliffs is so fun.
I keep getting mixed responses. Does Invisible Woman's push and pull work on teammates? No. Okay. Because I've been hearing yeses, I've been hearing nos. I was like, you know what would be funny? Pulling or pushing your ulting Scarlet Witch into the enemy team.
That would be so cool, using her like a fucking cannon bomb.
Peasant railgun.
Launching her in like a TNT cannon.
I did learn a secret technique, not so secret anymore, right before the season ended. It didn't get fixed, so you can still do it. So with Doctor Strange, they tell you this and no one pays attention, you can maneuver where you put your first portal.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just where you initially hit the thing. So what people are doing is putting it horizontally above a cliff and putting a second portal right underneath Punisher's turret and dropping him off the cliff.
I haven't seen that. I've seen like people like putting it off a cliff and then on like their
ulting Jeff or whatever.
That too, but like when the match first starts and the doors open and people just leap out.
Yeah. But yeah, no, so like I'm starting to see Strange's videos pop up of him just plummeting Punisher turrets off cliffs. I'm like, why didn't we ever think of this?
Small brain. This is how we are.
Like, that's such an easy counter to his turret. Instead of having to try to find a way to dive his turret and getting wrecked by it, just drop the dumbass off a cliff from safety.
You know another good counter, though? Is playing as Invisible Woman and then throwing the pain orb. And then once it hits his turret,
just double jump away.
He just gets a lot of damage and then his turret dies.
That is pretty funny.
And then he has to run away.
The way the only way I've ever found to counter him,
the pain orb.
Because typically I play support, so I don't get to counter him. But the way, like when you guys were forcing me off support because I think other people were playing him, which is whatever. I think I was originally playing Captain America, and it was okay. But the issue was, he was parked up on a high area. So I thought, what if I switched to a tank can get to a high area? So I just started diving him as Venom, and it honestly worked.
Yes. his thing is he has a really tough, the Punisher has a really tough time turning when he's in his turret form. So as long as you can just get the drop on him and then stay behind him as he's trying to turn to get you, he can't get you and he's dead.
But yeah, so that was my solution, just Venom. And I was like, oh wait, this is the reason divers exist, to deal with this stuff. So now it makes sense again. So yeah, that was my answer to him. Instead of being like big brain with Doctor Strange portals, it was just like Unga Bunga dive the back line.
And then Iron Fist and Thor exist to annoy the supports. And I don't like them at all.
Mantis.
Yeah, my main for healer is Mantis, and
not anymore.
I will say, Iron Fist. I'm not skilled enough to really know this stuff. I started to learn Iron Fist, so I can counter him a bit easier. But all you have to do is time your basically put when he starts doing his rapid punches, throw your bomb on the floor. But like, I always fall for the bait because he scares me because I don't want to die really fast. So I throw it at him, but he's already blocking, so it doesn't put him to sleep.
Yeah.
But I did learn Mantis tech. They don't get fully put to sleep immediately, so you can hit them with the sleep and then throw, I think, 2 shots at them before they were fully asleep, so it won't break the sleep on them. So then you get to, buff your damage if it's not already up, and then one-tap them from their sleep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very scary. It's so hard to do that in the moment.
Yeah, it is. It's
an Iron Fist, so you're scared that you're immediately going to die.
Because if you mess it up, you're dead in 2 seconds.
Yeah. His damage output is ridiculous.
It is really good.
And then they gave him a fucking heal.
Yeah, yes. That's the most annoying part about him, is if he didn't have a heal, it wouldn't be so bad. But he's got a heal.
Fully run away instead of just getting behind a corner. It'd be
and then just easier. Healing up and then immediately running back out, doing that again, and then running back behind the corner and then healing up and doing that over and over.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, my favorite character, of course, had to get a small buff. Not going to save them or anything, but they did get a small buff. Scarlet Witch is a little bit more movement speed in her getaway. And I think in her ult.
Oh, yeah. Her ult in the free for all mode sucks. Because like she dies immediately.
Good.
Free for all mode.
Good. How it should be. People are
every match.
People are finally realizing the what you don't run away from her ult. Just hit her during it. It's okay.
She's squishy. If everyone just looks at her and goes, "You're dead,"
you're dead.
Then she dies and she doesn't explode.
I love it.
And then you're really frustrated,
though.
Right?
I wish more.
No, see, I genuinely, I love it. Like and don't. I'm not complaining about Scarlet Witch in Marvel Rivals. I think she's pretty low tier. I think she's not good, and it's not even because I hate the character. It's just I think her kit is not fantastic. I hate the character from the comic book, so I'm very glad that she's weak, and that is beautiful to me. So her being weak is just wonderful.
She's busted in the free for all mode. Super busted.
But if she has the right support around her, the one you should be using, Magneto, she can do a lot better because Magneto covers the one weakness she has. Shields. He can give her a shield when she ults, and then she ain't going to die during her ult. So she's going to get that off. So it turns into, you can't turn and shoot her, you now have to run away.
Yeah.
Which is good, that's what you want. But, yeah, she needs... I don't want her to get a buff because, again, I don't like her. But she does need a buff. So I think what they need to do is when she ults, she needs to get 100-point overshield. Yeah. Buff her health up to 350 just for the ult. That would make that more serviceable because, like, it'd take most of the team to turn around and actually focus on her to stop her from ulting.
I mean, that or speed up her ult.
Yeah. Don't do that. You don't speed up insta kills. That's just not fun. Just make her tanky during it. So either the team has to focus her down or do what it's supposed to do, scatter the team.
I mean, it should just scatter the team.
Yeah. Oh, so remove the insta-kill and just make it a massive knockback?
Yeah.
That would be funny.
That would be really cool.
She just goes into the... Instead of yelling what... I don't know what she yells. To this day, I still don't know what she yells. I think it's your chaos, but that doesn't sound right. It's something chaos. But she should, instead of yelling the whole thing, she should just...
She does yell chaos control.
Yeah, she yells chaos control. But what she should just do is, she should, like, chaos and, like, explosion, and it blows people backwards. And dealing, I don't know, moderate damage.
Pure chaos?
I think it's pure chaos. And that's why I'm getting your chaos mixed in there. But I think you're right. It should be a dispersal, not an insta-kill, and just blow people far away.
Do damage, of course.
I don't know, 200 damage? Sounds good for an ult? It's not an insta-kill like Iron Man's.
It won't kill tanks, but it has a chance to kill...
It has a chance to kill anybody because knock them off a cliff.
I mean, yeah. Depends on how hard it launches, though.
I'm saying a pretty decent launch.
What if it just, like, teleported them away randomly to, like...
True chaos?
So back in spawn.
That would be funny.
Insta teleport back to spawn for whoever's close.
I mean, that's what it already is right now.
I mean, yeah, but
there's a timer attached to it.
No timer. She doesn't get kill points.
I'm thinking, if they speed it up, make it not an insta-kill, but make it so it, like, either pushes or teleport. The instant teleport does go with chaos, so teleport them somewhere on the map. That would be funny.
Yeah.
That would be so OP, like, oh, it's overtime, let's make it
clear the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be, I would appreciate that. That would be a good buff. Because, honestly, I'll also say, I don't like insta-kills in games in general. Like, I don't.
It's not insta-kill, though, because
it can be blocked by certain things. But it does, I think... I forget the amount of damage. It does have a set damage number to it, but the damage number is so high, it kills anything.
If you stand behind Invisible Woman's shield, you're fine.
Yes, because that's the thing. If you stand behind Captain America's shield, I think you're fine.
And Doctor Strange.
And Doctor
Strange.
And Wall.
And Iron Fist can block it.
I'm pretty sure it's line of sight.
It's line of sight, too. There are ways around it. There's plenty of ways around it.
And it's not even like a really big line of sight, too, because there's still a range it has, too. Because I tried ulting as her, and I flew up into the air a bit, and I was just a little bit too high, so I didn't get people on the ground. Only
there's
got
a
was
range
Iron
to it,
Man.
But I'm not, again, I think the ult's weak. The only saving grace is it insta-kills things that it can actually hit. I hate insta-kills, though. I do. Granted, I'm a giant baby. I also hate crowd control. So crowd control, mass amounts of crowd control bothers me. And I did learn this game has no, I don't remember what it's called. WoW uses the term. If you crowd control someone, the second crowd control does less. Diminishing returns. It doesn't have diminishing returns on crowd control. Because some people put out a video where they picked on a Doctor Strange. While the dude Strange's team was on point doing point things like they should, the entire enemy team had flanked around and got to spawn. So when Doctor Strange came out, they chain crowd controlled him for infinite.
I love that.
Like, there is no diminishing return. So if you have a right setup going, you can crowd control one person forever. They cannot get out of it literally ever. And like, that's awful.
Kind of done that with Squirrel Girl. Acorn E, and then another Acorn wants to get out of it.
Yeah, I believe Squirrel Girl was part of it. Hulk was part of it because of his gamma whatever clap or whatever that puts him in a dizzy state. I think Mantis was part of it. Like I'm talking, you had all the hard CC out there, so it was just like it was absolute torture. And I'm like, this is awful. You do need to put in some diminishing returns. Like, I understand this is a rare case scenario and it will never actually happen, but it sucks to lose control of your character, to lose control of your character, to lose control of your character.
Luna Snow can freeze too.
She can. Like,
I got made
I
by
hate
her.
crowd
Pissed me
control.
off.
So,
Yeah, they just need to put May in.
Marvel Rivals, did you know it's actually increasing in player count?
Good, as it should, because...
Yeah. So with the launch
people
of
are
the
playing.
first season, it has... so when it first launched, it had like 450,000-ish concurrent players on Steam. Because all we can really use is Steam's numbers for hard, day-to-day players. With the launch of Season 1, it was up to, I think, 600,000. Okay. So it increased. It is one of the few times that this has happened. In the span of a month.
Right.
That's the effect of the Malice skin.
Yeah.
Yes.
That Malice.
Psylocke into Malice. I wonder what's next. Human Torch.
Human Torch.
Thing's gonna be have a banana hammock skin.
The Thing banana hammock.
Ben's gonna have a hot banana hammock.
Heck yeah. But yeah, so but no, Marvel Rivals is doing very, very good right now. It hasn't lost players, it has gained players.
As it should. It's
props to them.
Actually good.
Yeah.
We love that. There is the argument still, people wanting, some people, not all, most actually don't want it.
Roll queues?
Roll queues, yes.
I don't.
That's what killed Overwatch.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people say, but there are people like, I'm tired of being in, like, wanting to pick DPS, and everybody's going DPS. I just want to play my DPS. I'm like, then throw your match. We don't care.
Yeah. We're playing quick play.
No, they're talking about ranked.
Okay.
And like, if you want to play DPS, play DPS.
Find a team. Find friends.
Yes, find friends. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Just
what's the current percentage on play a match with friends achievement still?
Oh God.
Is it high or low?
Really low for a little.
That's how these games
It's like
go.
2.5.
That's how these games go.
% for a long time.
Because people that play these games don't have friends.
Yeah.
We're like the exception.
Yes.
Yeah. But like,
we're very social people.
There are people that are genuinely upset because they don't get to play DPS every single match. Or else their team is in a predicament of having 5 DPS and 1 support.
See, our problem is we're having too many people fighting for support.
Yes.
And then we have a match where all of us played support and then we still won.
Yeah, I wasn't part of the match, I don't think.
I don't think so.
But we were. It was like. It was okay. It was 4 supports, a tank, and a DPS, and
that tank never died, did they?
That tank never died.
No.
It was a Doctor Strange, so he was good.
Here's the thing, I can maybe place a bet on who 2 of the supports were. Mantis.
Yes, it was me.
Adam West. Not Adam West. Adam Warlock.
It was Adam Lee.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, because
so
it was me and Sean.
Both of those are supports because they do more damage than most of the damage dealers.
Yeah. And then when I'm buffing Sean, when I buff myself and then I buff Sean for damage.
And you guys are 2-tapping people.
Yeah. And then when I die, Sean gives me a respawn.
Yes.
And then by the time I die the second time,
it's up.
Not only is it up, but he's got his ult.
Yeah.
So he uses his ult, and then we all come back.
I don't understand why DPS are throwing a fit. I'm just like, if you want to be a DPS, play Adam Warlock or Mantis. A, your team will love you, and B, you're probably going to do better than if you're playing a DPS anyway, so just do that. Mantis 3-taps people under her buff. And her buff has 100% uptime, so...
A good Loki is super annoying.
Yes. Like,
and they do damage.
Luna Snow got the stupidest nerf I've ever seen in my life. She was too strong because she could cycle between her two ultimate dances too fast. So now it's got a timer. I'm like, oh no. She has to stay in hill mode for like 0.5 seconds and has to stay in damage mode for 0.5 seconds.
They buffed Cloak and Dagger.
Horrible.
Oh yeah, Cloak and Dagger also, by the way, for the free-for-all mode, Cloak and Dagger, so how I've seen people playing, because the way I've been looking at free-for-all mode, it's really good.
I assume this is like, you're not in a team, you're just by yourself?
You're by yourself.
Okay.
12 people fighting each other.
Okay.
On Doctor Strange's mansion.
House.
Okay.
Thing.
So, 12-person free-for-all. So most of the time is going to be DPS players.
Yes.
That's just how you... So
you would think it would be.
Yeah.
My logic would be tanker, healer, because you have infinite sustain for the most part, so...
For the most part, it is DPS players. A lot of them are going to be... It's mostly Moon Knights.
Yeah, okay.
Which makes sense. Moon Knight's one of the top ranked.
Is he?
He's one of the highest, yeah.
Did this buff do something for him or something?
He's
I don't think so.
Okay.
He's one of those high skill ceiling players.
Okay.
Scarlet Witch. And as someone who I've won almost every single match I've played, and every single time I've played Scarlet Witch. So
that's wild. Either
I'm really good at Scarlet Witch, or Scarlet Witch is just really good at this mode. I don't see I see quite a few, but then I still beat their ass. So like, maybe I am just good at Scarlet Witch. Who knows?
That's wild.
But so then, right? So then Scarlet Witch, and then underneath that it's either Squirrel Girl, or I'll see the occasional Iron Fist, which would make sense because there's
pop out of nowhere, punch people like for 1 second and they're dead because you just third-partied them, and then vanish into the freaking air because you can karate kick halfway across the map.
Yeah, that
makes sense.
Yeah.
I played one match as Squirrel Girl, got my ass beat because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I was like, I'm going to earn this achievement some other way.
Magic is another one that's in there.
Magic's wild if played right. I wish I knew how to play her.
Sean's really good as Magic.
Each time he's like, I don't know if I'm helping.
It's like, bro, you have like the second highest amount of kills on the game. You're okay.
You're okay.
But yeah, no, using that mode to learn how to play the characters
makes sense.
Is really good because it's just because the respawn is like 1 second.
Okay, yeah, that's really good. Then.
So you're just constantly...
Death isn't a punishment.
Exactly. You're just constantly learning how to play this character. And now, obviously, you're not going to learn how to play a healer very well that way.
Yeah, you ain't going to learn how to heal people.
I did see a couple invisible women in the game. I don't know. They did not score very high because she needs other people.
Yeah. Like, she ain't Mantis. She ain't Adam Warlock.
I never saw a Mantis, by the way.
Why? That shocks me.
She can't heal.
She can't heal, yeah.
Because the only way for her to heal herself is to have a heal going on someone else.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. That is true, isn't it?
So most of her kit's useless, other than her buffing.
You don't
her
need
damage.
to heal. You just need to damage and then ult.
Well, it'd take a while to get your ult if you...
How many legendaries are there?
Star-Lord is also one that there's quite a few. But Star-Lord, his I did see a few Spider-Mans too, and the Spider-Mans were kind of annoying.
The issue with Spider-Man in this mode is you have 11 people stopping your combo.
Yeah. that was what I noticed with Spider-Mans is like, Spider-Man turns the corner getting ready to do a combo, and then 5 like Wandas all come in and start going...
Of course! This is their payback for Spider-Man's diving them in team play.
So I did see some tanks though, only Penny.
That makes sense.
No, I saw a Venom. There was a Venom.
Venom also makes sense.
But mainly
I'm shocked
Penny,
no Thor.
Penny would set up in one of the main rooms.
Why would you go into the main room then? If I saw a Penny setting up in the main room, like, that's an area I'm not walking into. I'll just leave you there, Penny.
That's why she never scored super high unless you spawned. Because you can spawn in her
that
area.
That would be funny.
So you spawn and then immediately die to the mines.
That is
and
pretty
it's
funny.
like, oh, okay.
Okay. I'll wait 1 second, be somewhere else.
But you only need 16 kills to win the match.
Okay. She ain't getting much, but she is an annoyance in
the
general area.
Wanda will just kill her real fast. So, actually, that is something I noticed. Most the Wandas I've seen don't know how to play Wanda. They
That's-
just do left click.
Well, yeah, because that's
We've
what they
been
think
talking
they
about
have.
that a whole bunch. They don't.
You know,
right click.
I've
The
never
right
played her
click's
because I don't
crazy.
like
The right click's so
character.
good.
So I've been telling Wade, I think this character's garbage. She does no damage because, like, she just locks onto somebody and, like, I'm sitting here like, okay, but I'm just going to 2-tap you in your head as Mantis and you're not going to do anything about it, so you might as well just run back to your team.
She has Mantis'
And Wayne's
2-tap.
like, yeah, and Wayne's saying, like, oh, yeah, so they're not using their right click. I'm like, what's her right click? She throws a spear. I'm like, yeah, no, I've never seen that.
She
so.
can get 4 spears and you can just.
You literally, one spear takes about, I want to say, 2/3 of someone's health bar.
Like, yeah,
It is
it was so.
ridiculous.
I didn't even know she had this. I'm sitting here like, Wanda's garbage. She has no damage. How are people dying to this?
It's because her right click is
It's because
so
it's because
busted,
half
no
the
one knows
players
how
don't
use
know
it.
to play her.
Because left click is so easy. You just
Yeah.
walk near someone and then they can start
And
taking
it probably
damage.
also doesn't help that I played a lot during the early times.
True.
So it was probably a lot of newbie players picking a character that's noob friendly, thinking I can dive as a support and take them out because I'm on a DPS. So I'm going to dive back there and I'm just going to do my auto aim thing. And it's like, you picked the one support in the game who's going to absolutely thrash you. Just letting you know that. Like, I'm going to hit you once, I'm going to put you to sleep, and you're going to be dead.
Because Mantis' whole shtick is her healing is very passive. She just right clicks on people, or what is it? Not right click. It's either right click.
It is right click. Yes, it's right click.
Because her E.
And then it's a heal over time, kind of like Druids in World of Warcraft.
Jesus.
It's a good heal, but your team needs to know you're not getting upfront like mega heals.
It's not
You need
burst
to,
healing.
Yeah, you need to back off to let your health go back up
sustained
again.
healing.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm not the best burst healer, but I am a very hard-hitting person, and I do have crowd control.
As Mantis, I can regularly get 18, 20k heals.
Yes.
It is like
Yes.
ridiculous.
Especially when your team starts getting better and better, so they know,
Yes.
oh, I have a Mantis, I don't have, like, a Loki who's going to throw his little dagger at me and heal me for 1/4 of my health immediately. So I have to back out. Yeah, I have to back out for
my asshole.
I have to back out for 2 seconds to have my health back up so I can go back in.
Mm-hmm.
And once people realize that, Mantis got really good.
This cloak and dagger people still don't realize go into the sphere and heal.
See, a lot of us have learned that if there's stuff on the ground, we avoid it.
Yeah. That is the if there is a circle on the ground, do not stand in a circle.
Which is funny, taking right back to Path of Exile for a very brief moment. One of the bosses in Path of Exile 2 puts a circle on the ground. You have to stand in the circle because everything else is the danger zone. We watched Elon Musk die to that.
Oh.
Did you?
Yeah. Not in his hardcore character. He's played Path of Exile twice. Path of Exile 2. Once he did it to stream the boss, he got trounced by the boss the entire time. It was very funny. And then his hardcore character, which nothing happened.
Okay.
But anyways, back to Rivals. Yeah, we learned not to stand in stuff, so we don't stand in stuff, even if it's good
teammate
stuff.
colored.
Yeah,
though.
even if it's good stuff, we don't stand in stuff.
Like it's not red.
Never stand in
Circles are bad.
stuff. Circles are bad.
I've learned circles.
See, no,
are bad.
you can't even say that because in Dark Tide, there's a green flamethrower guy, and it's green.
Okay, I don't care. This is Marvel Rivals.
Yeah, you don't stand in blue. You don't stand in green. You don't stand in red. Don't stand in things because it's danger.
What was the name of that guy that's getting added? Paste Pot Pete. I'm excited for that guy.
Casey went and looked at all the leagues, and one of the leagues is Paste Pot Pete.
I'm
For
super.
Rivals?
Yeah, I'm super excited for Paste Pot Pete.
I
He's
don't know, I
literally
don't
gonna
really
shoot his goo.
believe-
Shoot your goo.
Leaks,
Paste
really.
Pot Pete's a real character
He
though.
is.
I don't care. I don't
Dude,
believe
your brother
there-
got so pissed when you said Hit Monkey.
Yeah, he's a monkey.
I've never seen him so pissed before. That's a lie. We did play Gauntlet.
Yeah. Gauntlet's rage inducing though.
It is. But I've never seen him mad at something like that though. Like he just like Hit Monkey set him off. I'm like, it's just a stupid monkey with a knife and a gun.
Out of all the characters though, it was Hitmonkey.
I am telling you though, I'm playing Hit Monkey. I don't care what he is, I'm playing him.
I'm playing Paste Pot Pete, man. He better be a damn good either DPS or support.
He's gonna be garbage and you know it.
He better not be garbage.
What if he's a tank and he puts on goo armor?
Dude, if he shoots his goo all over, that'll be cool.
be like a Groot, but he'd put slowed zones on the ground.
God,
Yes.
that would be so horrible.
Yes.
And I know that's exactly what he's gonna do.
Invisible Woman sucks them into the slow zone.
Like, you know that's what his kit's gonna be. His ultimate's gonna be a giant goo zone where like you get
Invisible
stuck
Woman's-
in it.
And then she
Sucks
shoots
me
the pain
into
orb.
the goo on the ground.
He's gonna be a nuisance. He's gonna have very little DPS or damage, but he's just gonna be an absolute terror because he's gonna slow you and like stun you with like goo cocoons, and you know it's gonna be awful.
Oh, he's gonna be great. Oh,
Like,
I love it.
what if like the slow not only slowed your movement speed but slowed your attack speed?
That would be so awesome.
Like, imagine that. Like, could you see an Iron Fist instead of the rapid punches? He's just sitting there.
That would be so. He's a perfect counter to Iron Fist.
He's a perfect counter to everybody. Let's be honest.
Well, okay, not everyone. The snipers would get him before. he
True,
even
snipers
got
would not even care. They're like, I already shoot slow. Whatever. What of it?
What of it exactly?
He also couldn't do much against the flying people.
Sticks him to the wall.
Sticks.
Jeff can eat someone from miles away.
Dude.
I was like
Okay, yeah.
Iron Man.
I'm pretty
man.
positive his hitbox for that ult is not showing what it actually hits.
Yeah. Oh, you should have been there when my older brother got to experience Jeff the Shark for the first time.
I can only imagine.
He was like, "What the fuck is that? What the?" He was pissed.
I imagine. The first time Jeff ever takes you off a cliff, your soul dies.
Yeah. What? So the Jeff that got him suicide bombed, so just dove off.
It
and
would be
killed
even
himself?
better if it only was him in there too.
It was.
Oh, I can hear his rage.
It was.
Because I've had these moments, even after knowing
This ain't
Jeff.
fucking fair.
Dude.
They need to do something about
I
Jeff
still
the
remember
Shark.
when Jose got single ulted me and took me off the cliff as his teammate. No one else.
Commit to the bit. Who did it? Like there
we
was a
were
Jeff on
in
the enemy
back
team. I think he
lines,
got
just-
me and Steven. But like 3 times in a row, he only got me and one other person. It was the same person every time. I'm like, this Jeff is fucking targeting us. He is not getting anybody else but us.
By the way, Jake, I love you. It's just that was really funny.
Dude, single Jeff ults are very funny. Very
Videos of single ults are
rage-inducing.
just hilarious. Like all the Iron
They
Man
are
ones.
very targeted.
Like-
have you watched the video of Team Captain, the Wolverine? Oh my god! So he is the one who brought Wolverine to everyone's eyes because everyone was saying Wolverine was garbage, and then he placed number 1. And there's one part in his video. He literally just singles out an Iron Man to the point that the Iron Man is hiding from every fight. And this is top in ranked. Like, they got to a point where to get him, because Iron Man was hiding up in the sky behind a building, another person switched to a Hulk to throw
I think I've seen
Wolverine at
something
him.
similar. It was a video from an Iron Man like
Yes.
hitting a Hulk, and he turns the corner real quick and comes out with a
The
Wolverine just
fastball.
throws.
Yeah, so
It
Man,
just shows, like the scared face. As it's
singling
pointed
out
at him.
people in this game is beautiful. It is very funny, and I hate it immensely when it happens to me.
When Wolverine grabs you and just freaking
Kidnaps you?
Yeah, that is terrible.
All of his videos with like FNAF jump scare sound effects as he's.
Dude, I have seen Wolverine kidnap and instantly kill people so many times in that video. I was like, I didn't know you could do that.
I see people.
I knew you
see
could
it happen
kidnap.
all
I
the
didn't know you
time.
could. I didn't know you could insta-gid people like
That's
that.
who Brandon
though.
plays.
Yeah, it's so wild.
I
He's
need
like,
to
I'm gonna
learn all
kidnap
the
this person.
annoying characters like
But-
oh, I hate fighting Hawkeye. That means he's good. I should.
There's a reason he is banned in high-level play. I don't know if he still is in this season, but I know him and Hello are like the banned characters.
It was Winter Soldier.
Activate Twitch drop.
Winter Soldier was as well.
It was Winter
yeah.
Soldier and Hela. It wasn't Hawkeye.
It was Hawkeye.
Was Hawkeye?
In the absolute highest tier,
Okay.
he was banned. It was specifically those two were banned, and then the rest were typically bans around disabling team-ups. Because, like, you did not want the enemy team to get Hulk Iron Man. Because Iron Man with Gamma is absolutely insane. So they would typically ban Hulk because Hulk is still an okay tank, and actually he's a very good tank once you get rid of snipers. But you really Iron Man's nothing without Hulk. Iron Man is tolerable. So they would ban out Hulk, so Iron Man would just not be picked. Strategy bans like that. But the absolute always ban was Hawkeye and Hela. And Winter Soldier did see a good chunk of bans because if he actually got going, he would really go.
Again. I haven't had too many problems with Hawkeye, but it's always been a bunch of Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Fucking hate Hawkeye.
The goal with Hawkeye is just when you see a Hawkeye, just focus him. Then he has to go hide.
Go hide. You gotta get to him first, though.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if you're at a melee or a short range, then that sucks to suck. But just play a character that can shoot.
Outshoot.
Nuts.
Yeah.
They do. It's sad.
I tried her. I didn't like her.
I love her. She's one of the few I can play, but that's because she's a difficulty 1.
I just didn't like her gameplay. I need to do some more free for all with her, get a feel for how to.
I was popping off.
Yeah, you were.
I was.
And then as soon as Steven hops in,
it was gone.
Yeah.
So I learned a lot of people didn't know you can kill her ult.
As a health bar.
Yeah. They only learned that in this patch because they were like, wait. They reduced the health of her ult. Her ult could die.
Her ult got buffed and it's good now.
So they did. Yeah, they made it bounce between people
bit.
Instead of just running willy nilly wherever the hell it decided it wanted to go.
And it kind of targets people.
Yeah, it targets people. So because they did that, I think in playtesting with that, they found out it was so good doing that. That's why they had to reduce its health because they reduced. I think they halved its health, but it is so good now that they had to reduce its health, so it's actually manageable because it obliterates
so many
people.
Quads. The healers have a bit less health than full. Ult time. Let me continue shooting at the back lines while they're dodging this.
Yeah.
I will.
No, now the strategy is to kill the squirrel herd. It has to be because if you don't, it's gonna devour you. It's like the scarabs in the Mummy.
Let's say for most of my play time I've seen, it's everyone scatters. It does what Wanda's thing should.
Yeah. Which is good. It's a good area containment.
It is.
That's what we need. That's the best thing about these kinds of games.
Her ult in the free-for-all kind of sucked, though, because for me it went into a hallway and then bounced back and forth. And I was
That's
like,
funny.
Okay.
That's funny.
Hello.
Oh, him? Okay. But yeah, I swear we had a third thing to talk about, but I don't even remember it.
Switch.
Oh, yeah! Very briefly going to mention Switch 2 officially got announced.
Mm-hmm. It officially got announced. All the leaks were true. Surprise.
Wow. Does that mean the Pokemon leaks were true?
Yeah. The Pokemon leaks are true.
Good night, berries.
The good night bear.
Nintendo going to execute whoever they find did that.
That is so funny.
Forever
They are going
that
to exit.
enough.
They're going to be. They're not going to get the Doug Bowser treatment or whatever.
They're just going to disappear.
They're just going to disappear.
They're going to be like
Boeing showed companies that you can just get away with it. For some
They
reason.
did. Allegedly.
Not legally actionable, but if every whistleblower just kills themselves after stating that they're not suicidal and they're doing their life's goal to testify
Listen,
against
Wayne,
you.
listen. I'm going to preface this by saying I'm not suicidal, but I also don't want to die to Boeing, so...
Yeah, same.
I don't even work for them, and I don't want to die to them. That being said, I'm not ever flying on their planes. I'll take a different... Wait, they make the planes. They don't make the airlines. Never mind. I'll find a way around. If I have to swim to, Japan or Indonesia, I'll do it. It's not that far.
You don't have to swim. You can take a boat.
You could take a boat. What if Boeing makes the boats?
They don't make the boats.
What if they did, though?
Then take a plane.
They make the planes.
Take a helicopter.
There we go. I don't think they make helicopters.
I don't think helicopters go that far.
I'll have to have an inflatable landing pad to land on the ocean and then refuel in the ocean that has no fueling
Just
station.
get a military jet.
There we go. They don't make military jets. We know that for a fact.
Everyone, we need to go raid Area 51 again.
Yeah. A symbol. We could very briefly mention Dark Tide. That's what we've been playing. As of
We've been playing some Dark Tide.
Warhammer. Yeah. We got one of our friends at a Warhammer. Fortnite. Fortnite has Hatsune Miku.
Hatsune Miku. They got me to drop $30.
And they're getting me to download the cursed game. Yeah. I've never played a single minute of Fortnite.
I'll download Fortnite.
Like, genuine. I was going to play the PvE mode of Fortnite, and then they were like, yeah, we don't care about this anymore. We're just going to do this. I'm like,
Save the World's okay.
But I wanted that.
I was actually one of the few people that bought
I almost did buy it for that. And then they made the Battle Royale, and they were like, oh, we're neglecting this.
Yeah, I got the game before I had Battle Royale.
Then they went and made PvE modes anyways, so I don't know what's going on with that.
Well, now it's kind of got this Roblox thing where users can create their own game modes. So it's like this really big area where there's like tons of different game modes. There's like racing game modes.
I'm curious about Lego.
The Lego modes.
Lego Fortnite?
Yeah, there's Lego Fortnite.
I've watched 2 people 100% that game.
Interesting.
That means you want to play it.
Yep. Ironically enough, it's the same 2 that make me want to play everything. Shawnee Dew and Floydson.
There's a Hatsune Miku Lego.
See?
It comes with the Hatsune Miku.
Now that's what we can goon to.
Oh, yeah!
You grew up on, like, triangle poops.
Poops.
Now we're into Legos.
But no, there's so many different game modes in there. I was trying some of the user ones. I was like, this one sucks, this one sucks, this one's okay. They had the...
Do they have Phasmophobia in it?
I don't know.
You should play Phasmophobia.
There's a lot of horror ones, though. I don't know how those work. There's probably Garden of Banban in there.
They guarantee you FNAF's in there.
Do they have Fortnite
that would
in
be
the user modes?
Huh?
Do they have a user-created Fortnite in Fortnite?
I hope so.
But yeah, that's what we've been playing. Mostly Marvel Rivals for him. He's on and off on a lot of games. Dark Tide with the buddies. Dark Tide.
Yeah, Dark Tide. I'll play Dark Tide.
We got off the Vermintide ride and went over to Dark Tide.
I've been reading a lot.
Yeah, you finished you caught up to Dan, you caught up to Chainsaw Man. I think you caught up to Chainsaw Man in 3 days.
I think 2.
2 days?
Because while waiting for my car to warm up, I had read the last 10.
You read the last. Yeah. Freaking Chainsaw.
What do you think of Chainsaw Man?
Dan's better.
Let me guess. I don't like... See, my thing is I don't like the characters of Chainsaw Man.
Yeah. They made me care about one character and then...
Yeah. Well, see, I didn't even like that.
Yeah, buddy.
Not Power. Although I cared about that too. Like...
Spoilers alerts.
Oh, yeah. Sucks to suck.
You
Stuff
deserve
happens.
It for caring about Chainsaw Man.
But yeah, no.
So
I just don't like the characters of Chainsaw Man. The fight scenes are pretty cool.
But the characters are made to be unlikable. They are devils after all.
Yeah, you're not supposed to like them.
How much
a lot of people do though.
He's read the first arc.
Okay.
First saga, I guess. Arc would be like Katana Man, but
I'm not completely caught up.
He's got to war. He has met war, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Okay.
Chainsaw Man's fine.
Yeah.
Very good action. That's why it makes a good anime.
Dude, the fight scenes in the anime are so good.
They picked a good art style for it.
Yes, the Mappa's 3D for that is perfect.
But yeah, the characters really aren't meant to be likable. You can
but
goon
so many
to
people
them.
do.
You can goon
I like
to them,
one
but you shouldn't
character.
like them.
And I told Chris
So many
about
people
it,
like
but it's a
Denji
spoiler.
though.
Huh?
So many people like Denji though.
Yeah, he's relatable to teenage boys. They just want to touch boobies.
I think Denji's an idiot.
He is an idiot. That's the biggest point. That's the biggest draw. How often do we get a shonen protagonist who's an idiot? Besides all the time.
Besides all of them. What do you mean?
Actually, there is one that stands above the rest that isn't an idiot.
What, Deku?
No, Deku's an idiot.
Is he going to talk about
Actually, he is kind of a genius, but he's...
Deku's smart. He's just a baby.
He's a baby. So there are 2.
Okay.
There is one that stands above the rest. He's not my favorite. It's Ichigo from Bleach. Okay. He's not an idiot. He's actually top of the class. He's
at that point, you can say JoJo characters are...
JoJo characters are idiots.
No, they're not.
They're idiots.
Jotaro is not an idiot. Every ass pull, he's always one step ahead.
But you're right. You are right. Early JoJo is shonen.
Because
early
Ken
JoJo
isn't
is
an idiot.
That's true.
No, he's edgy.
Damn.
That's just goth idiot.
Goth.
He just likes reading all day.
Death Note's a shonen.
Light is an idiot. Like, I understand it was meant to be a battle of intellectuals, but he didn't have to get caught. He's an idiot.
He got cocky is what happened, okay?
Dan protagonist isn't an idiot.
Oh, okay. See, you're right. He got cocky. That means, like, we can wrap it all right back around to the very beginning of the talk. Elon Musk's not an idiot. He's just cocky.
He's just cocky. That's true.
The Dan, everybody in Dan is an idiot, except Grandma and Turbo Grandma.
Grandma and Turbo Grandma.
I said that Grandma got turned into a cat, and he thought I was talking about the hot one everyone likes. He was like panicked, like, "Oh, I can't watch this anymore.
I can't watch that anymore." Because every series I watch, I always pick a favorite character that's not like a main character, and they freaking die.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm just gonna start liking the main characters. So needless to say, when Hot Grandma shows up, I was like, I think I might like her.
Everyone likes her.
And then Wayne is immediately like, Grandma got turned into a cat. I'm like,
damn.
Huh? Different Grandma. It's the one that Dan MC. I don't know his name. We're gonna call him Dan. Dan sucks the tit of. No, bites. Sorry, he bites.
Thanks, Brandon.
Thanks, Brandon.
Really good. You should read it.
It is on my list to read, but as I've told people constantly, I put a lot of things on my list to watch or read, and I never get to them because I play video games or watch VTubers.
So did you watch it?
I watched it and I read it.
Chainsaw Man
Episode 7, dude. What the fuck?
He reads One Piece. That probably didn't faze him too terribly much.
Not phased.
It was. He probably was like, "That's kind of sad," and we move on. We deal with this in One Piece. Every arc.
The art style, though, I really like.
Dude, art style's so good. I want to know what the season 2 is going to be like now. Because I can't wait. But it's in summer, so it's not that.
Well, welcome to the caught up weight of everything.
See, I'm excited to see what their opening is going to be.
Yeah.
Creepy Nuts again. It has to be.
It has to be Creepy Nuts. Please be Creepy Nuts. They're my favorite.
They're popping off in the anime.
Yes, they
right
are. They're doing good, as they should, because their music is awesome.
I caught up to I got to season 2 of Mashal. And
Mashley?
I don't care. His name's Mash. It's a pun on muscle, I guess. I don't care. Whoever calls it Mashley's wrong. Yeah, I don't care if she's wrong.
Dude, Mashal sounds so gross.
It's Mashal.
Mashal Mathers?
Yeah.
He's Mash.
He's Mashal.
With muscles.
He's Mashal.
We're gonna call him Ashley.
Anyway, Wayne's caught up to that one.
Okay.
Not fully caught up. I've only watched 2 episodes, but I prefer the Dan opening.
Yeah.
Dang.
But you don't like the bed creak sounds?
Born is amazing. I bang that in my car.
What the fucking...
Bring Bronco beer.
The polka version, yeah. I turn that on, and my immediately, the second that song comes on, my stereo knows, and it immediately goes up to max volume. I need every car around me to hear the squeaking bed.
Dude, the squeaking bed's so funny.
I don't remember that. I didn't pick that up.
You did.
It's when he's, I think, either doing push-ups or weightlifting.
Yeah.
Every time he does that part, there's a squeaking bed in the background. I usually think it's there the entire time, but it's drowned out by his rapping and singing.
Boom, 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 boom.
But great song. Great song.
Great song. Still, my favorite song is their opening for Call of the Night. That was peak. There's like 3. They use 3 songs in Call of the Night.
Good.
For Creepy Nuts.
You know what else is getting a season finally this year? One Punch Man is finally coming out. Season 3.
I've been seeing a lot of people. So YouTube's been showing me a lot of the Tick, the live action Tick that happened a couple years back.
Yeah,
and
that
a lot
was
of
good, but they
canceled it.
Yeah, on a cliffhanger.
Motherfucker. It's because Amazon did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. From what I've seen,
it was good.
It was really good. But a lot of people in the comments were like, "So is the Tick just the American version of One Punch Man?"
Yeah.
Yes. So, which would mean
too stupid to be edgy about needing a challenge.
That's the funny part about the Tick is that he is like a golden age superhero in like the MCU. Yeah. So he is just the most noble, heroic man in a world full of scummy assholes.
Yeah.
And it is beautiful. That live action Tick is really good.
He's in a Snyderverse.
Yeah. Essentially. But it made me really sad.
Because I really James Gunn stuff? I'm hearing good things.
Oh, there's he's doing a cartoon series. It was a DC one.
Of course it is.
It's like Suicide Squad, but instead of humans, they're not humans.
Demons? Aliens?
They're just random.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. Metahumans?
Something like that.
Furries?
Yeah. But no, it's really good from what I've heard. It's got like only a couple episodes out right now.
I know what you're talking about.
Really
I know what you're talking about.
Good.
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called, but I know what you're talking about. I've seen stuff popping up all over the place. There's like a green alien person in the mix. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've also heard very, very good things.
His Suicide Squad movie was great, though.
Better than the original?
Infinitely.
Yeah.
It's just... See, that's what happens when you have a good director.
And then his continuation with Peacemaker was also awesome. I'm waiting for season 2 on that.
Like, I feel bad because, like, I had a very big dislike for Margot Robbie because of the first Suicide Squad, and it wasn't even her fault.
Nope, it's just the director.
I was just like, this is garbage.
And writers.
Yeah. They kind of got infected with the Snyderverse.
But he's seen as really good.
In a way, I guess.
He certainly has
in a way that we don't see.
Yeah, I don't see it, but sure.
Oh, man. Anything else happen, though?
Other than, I've been on some weird, like, Batman kick. I don't know why.
Heck yeah, the animated series.
I've been watching The Batman, so a different animated series.
Okay.
And it's been pretty good. I like it, not as much as the animated series, but I'd say it's pretty damn good still.
Heck yeah.
They did that Batman dirty, though.
Aw.
Yeah.
What'd they do?
Well, a lot of characters get the short end of the stick.
Oh, that makes sense. That's standard for DC.
Yeah.
I didn't click on it, but I thought it's what you're going to talk about when you were talking about that Ironside thing. The Daredevil trailer dropped.
What?
The only thing I saw with Daredevil is he dropped out of the sky randomly.
Oh, I didn't click on it. I just saw Daredevil Born Again trailer in Discord.
I don't even think it was for Daredevil. I don't remember who he, like...
It was
who
Daredevil
the other
Born
hero...
Again.
I don't remember who the other hero was, but...
I don't know.
There was a hero and just Daredevil, like, they're in the middle of a yard that doesn't have a tree or anything. Daredevil just lands on the ground. It's like, where did you even come from, dude?
Live action?
Yeah.
Yeah, Charlie Cox.
It's Charlie Cox? Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, Daredevil's getting to do stuff. Anyways,
that's my favorite superhero.
What else you got, Wayne? What else? What have you been up to besides Rivals and sleep?
Reading.
Okay. So we've covered Wayne's topics. We've also honestly covered my topics. What I've been up to for the past week was go to work, come home, play Vermintide. And once Vermintide was done, we moved over to Darktide. So it was go to work, come home, play Darktide. All my days off, play Darktide. So Darktide's been, like, I guess I should explain. Darktide is a Warhammer 40k version of Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
Warhammer 40k is awesome. I don't know how else to explain it.
It's like what, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just...
It's awesome.
It's awesome. Warhammer's awesome.
So take. No, this isn't to say something's like. Okay, I will say it. Warhammer is a very expansive universe that is very well written, but it also has like a lot of authors. So, very good world building, kind of like, Lord of the Rings and whatnot. But instead of being medieval fantasy or whatever, it's space fantasy. So think, take Halo and Lord of the Rings and yeah. And StarCraft. It's mostly StarCraft things. So take StarCraft and Lord of the Rings.
The best way I've heard it described is take it. So to explain the Warhammer 40K lore, it's a planet full of big muscle dudes fighting space orcs.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
That's badass.
Yes, big dudes.
There are big muscle dudes.
There are big female dudes too. Battle sisters.
But no, they have to be space marines.
They're mostly
no.
It's mostly dudes.
It's mostly dudes.
Yeah. And they're big and they're
people
buff.
keep complaining about that.
Really buff.
Well, they need
Battle
to,
sisters.
They need to accept it. Battle sisters are my favorite, so I don't know what people are talking about.
But they want female space marines.
They're not. I don't care. They're awesome.
That's not the point of Warhammer. If they're
yeah, I know.
Yeah, okay. I'm glad we're on the same page.
Yeah.
I'm making fun of the people who...
They don't need to be space marines. They're the fucking battle sisters.
Cementing us as right wing, though.
Yeah, we are right wing.
Oh, yeah. We flip-flopped on this episode.
We did. But, like, genuinely...
So Elon Musk is stupid.
Yeah. But no, that's one thing I never got. Like, genuinely, you have the battle sisters. You don't need to be space marines. Right. You have the battle sisters.
But they want them to be space marines.
No.
It's like all the people who say,
so
there's actually no
I'm not 100%
lore
caught up to this.
Tolkien.
Like, I'm still very new to Warhammer 40K. Space Marines are the grunts, right? They're like the brunt of the army.
They're lower than yes.
Yeah,
they're
okay.
like the Helldivers.
That's what I wanted to make sure of.
So, Space Marines are not the lowest, of course.
But they're low on the
But
rungs.
the sisters are higher than
that. Aren't the I don't want to say they're really high up, but they're pretty
very high up, yeah. The females are higher up on the roster.
Accept it.
Well,
no, they need to ruin people's.
Let the big sweaty men be in armor. Granted,
dude,
battle sisters are also in armor, I believe, so it doesn't matter.
Space Marine armor is so
insanely
fucking
good.
cool, though.
It is insanely
like
good.
That's like what makes Warhammer so cool is just how cool everything looks.
Yes.
How badass everything looks and feels.
It's just rule of cool.
Yeah,
rule of cool.
Literally rule of cool.
That's genuinely how it's written. Warhammer is written off of rule of cool. Nothing makes sense and it doesn't need to because it's cool.
And that's awesome. And that's why it does so well. Because people go, that's badass. Yeah,
there's really no power scaling in Warhammer because there doesn't need to be. It's just whatever's fucking cool. Is it cool that a guy got his arm ripped off by an orc, but it didn't kill him, so now the orc thinks he's immortal, so he's actually immortal? Yes, that's really fucking cool. Does it make any sense at all? Nope. But it's fucking cool. He also gets a fucking eye laser. Why? It's cool.
It's fucking cool. Orcs are pretty cool, though.
I don't know what to say. It's just a universe of cool. Just accept it.
I transferred over it from my hard, external to my actual laptop. I haven't tried it yet.
If it runs yet.
And I probably need to, try out an actual mission instead of the prologue.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll play with you. We'll drag you into the highest difficulty that not even we have played yet.
I will say...
Actually, we can't. It's level locked. We can't do that to you.
Okay, Steven.
If you don't like the character you're playing as, try an Ogren out.
Yes.
Because the game is completely different as an Ogren.
I made a Psyker.
Yeah. I'm immediately
You can make 4 characters.
I'm going to immediately say he's either... They're not even going to start him with a staff, I don't think. I think they start him with a gun, so they're going to start him on baby mode. But yeah, he's going to pick up his first staff, thinks it's cool, he's going to overheat and explode. That's the Psyker way. It's not even against you. That's just what Psykers do. You will explode at least once in a mission.
I want to double check if I like it first before I actually buy it. So
yeah.
We only have 2 copies in the
That's fine, you can play with
someone,
it.
Yeah, someone can set out. I'll gladly... we'll even alternate. We'll fucking alternate if we have to.
Fine by me. I got plenty of games I'm still playing.
We could also just get it for him.
No, that's fine.
We could. But we would.
Then we would have 3 in the account.
I would prefer to know that he likes it first.
Yeah.
We can get it for Cody then.
Cody will literally play anything.
Yeah. See, we can get it for Keegan. Keegan likes big sweaty men in armor.
Keegan will never play it.
Yeah. See, that's the point. We just get it for literally anybody else. That way Blaine doesn't feel guilty for us getting it for him, and he can play it.
Literally, Keegan's added to the family pack so we can steal her games. By the way, she has been playing a gacha game. She's been playing Infinity Nikki.
I've heard. She's back on the gacha grind.
Yeah, she had a really bad problem with Love Nikki back in the day, where most of her paycheck would end up going to it. And then now she's going to come over and she's going to come tell me that no, she did not in fact spend most of her paycheck on it.
Called out.
Does she watch our podcast?
Yes.
Huh.
And then this is when I inform her that yes, spending a couple hundred every paycheck on a gacha game is a problem, and you should not do that.
Hey Chris, what was yours?
Fake Grand Order.
Only because of
Joan of Arc.
Yeah, I forgot her name.
The Psychotic Saint, yes.
I am so glad gacha games do not work on me.
Right?
Because like Zenless...
they just make you mad.
I just go, I'm not spending... Like, okay, in Zenless, I was having so much fun. I was like, yeah, I'll do the Battle Pass if I get level 30.
Yeah.
So I've bought the Battle Pass twice.
Yeah.
Because I've hit level 30 twice. And it's been worth it.
Yeah.
And I have only spent, I want to say, the $5 little pass you get that gives you credits every day for logging in.
Yeah.
And that's
the
the only money I've ever spent into that game. And I have gotten almost
a Battle
every
Pass
character.
on a monthly subscription. Yeah. Yeah.
And I've gotten almost everything I've wanted in the game, and I've had a great time.
I will defend Hoyo on this point. I hate defending them, but I will. They're lenient enough in some of their games with how much currency they give you, especially if you're willing to pay the monthly subscription, that if you play the game consistently, you should be able to pull the character on the banner one time. Where they get the wells from is it's not enough for the wells to have just the character the one time. They want the character maxed out in constellations or cinemas or whatever, and they want the character's weapon maxed out.
See, you don't need
That's
any of that.
where they get the wells.
And then this is a single player.
This is a single player game. So like you can still do the content. You're just not hitting for 200 billion damage.
But
you're hitting for, $1 billion damage.
Why make the game so easy on
Yeah.
Like,
and that's the thing.
There's I understand, like, so pulling for a character that's really strong makes the game easier for you. Yes. But I don't want to make, and I do like maxing the character out as best I can.
Yeah, but you don't pull excess of the character. You don't pull their own weapon, unless it's like the free characters that get their, like, you will get their weapons from just regular pulling.
I don't want to spend $150 to be 5% better.
Yeah.
When I can spend
nothing.
I'm
$5 a month.
$5 a month, which by the way is really good for a game.
Yes.
Like I wish more games had.
Yeah.
If they had a subscription like that, only $5.
Yeah.
I will say Fortnite's is actually not bad. It's $12 a month, but you get 4 different battle passes.
And that's not the worst. Yeah.
But
see, like we're also like when I hear subscription, I think of MMOs, and most of those are $12 to $15.
When I think of subscription services, I think of WoW specifically, and $15 a month for one game is big oof.
Big oof. And you have to pay for the game. And its expansions.
Exactly.
And they have a cash shop.
Yep. So I think when I think of subscriptions like that, I'm like, yeah, no. RuneScape wasn't too bad when it was, I think.
It used to be $4.99, but now I think it's $9.99.
It's, I think, 12 something now.
It's 12 something now?
Because I was just saying, when it was $8.99, it wasn't terrible.
Did it used to be $5? I swear to God, it used to be $4.99.
I think it was $5 at one point.
But that was That was 30 years ago.
Eons ago. And then for the longest time, it was like $9. And then that's not terrible.
It's a little oofers.
I know $12 isn't a huge jump, but it's gotten to the point to where that's big enough of a jump to where I go, I can't justify it.
And here's the thing.
Not for one game.
And I'm going to get railed for this by some people. $12 a month for RuneScape is the exact same cost as Final Fantasy 14 if you do only one character being allowed to be created and no bank tabs. No extra bank tabs. So you are paying the same amount for RuneScape membership that you can play for free without all the quests and stuff as you are for Final Fantasy 14.
It sounds like you just said a fact. Why would people rail you for that?
Well, RuneScape, when you pay for the membership, you get a lot.
You do get a lot. Because I am now putting two of the top MMOs against each other.
Okay.
I'm saying that RuneScape is not worth it compared to Final Fantasy 14.
I'd say it's worth it in comparison to Final Fantasy 14. It's a different kind of gameplay.
It's a very different kind of gameplay.
It's a lot slower paced, and it's a lot...
Unless you're playing RuneScape 3, which no one plays.
Yeah,
so that's moody.
Like, who plays that?
Josh Strife Hayes paid 100 hours.
I saw that.
I needed to finish that video.
Why did he do that to himself?
That's what we're all wanting to know.
Let's go play old school.
Yeah, gonna shill for Final Fantasy 14 for a second. You can play up to, I think, the second recent expansion for free.
The free trial didn't exist for a long time.
It didn't, yeah. But nowadays, the free trial is insane.
The free trial's back for now?
Oh, it's back forever. Like, you can start, like, you can play it from beginning to... I want to say you can play through the main first story that they covered, the entire thing all the way up to what was it called? Shadow something.
Because last time I talked to you about Final Fantasy 14, you're like, just download the free trial and play it. And
you probably can't because you had an account.
And then I went to the Steam page, and then there was no free trial.
I don't think there's a free trial on Steam. I think you have to go through their site. Oh, there is? Okay.
And then when I went online, there was no free trial online either.
Huh.
So
there should always be
it was like trial. It was gone for a while. And
That's
then
weird.
I was like, huh. So they just don't have that? Okay. But it was like, how it worked was you either got referred in by someone else, or you had to pay $20 and then you get like the base game, and then you can do
just everything up to it. Okay.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, I mean, so it was kind of like Guild Wars too in that way, where you like buy the base game and then you can
play the game.
You can, because that's how Guild Wars is. There is a subscription in Guild Wars, but the subscription is just extra content. Like it's extra stuff given to you. It's not allowing you to play the base game. Like how WoW is. How you can't play WoW without a subscription.
You can play up to level 20.
You can play up to level 20.
Which is nothing.
Which means you can't even experience
anything.
The main content of the game.
Yeah.
I guess you can do the PvP, the first PvP.
You can do Warzone Gulch.
Yeah. And then you can do one dungeon, I think, right? Or is it 22 is the first dungeon?
Ragefire, Chaz... No, Ragefire... RFK, the one underneath... no.
Yeah, the one in Orgrimmar?
RFC. The one in Orgrimmar. Dead Mines.
Is that 20 or is it...
I think you can go in at 18.
18? Okay, then okay. Then you do get a little bit of the game, I guess.
You might... I think the entrance might be 21. Black Fathom Depths?
Oh, okay.
The Murloc one. But I think that's 21, so you can't access it. So you might get 2 dungeons.
They should honestly give
There is a 3rd dungeon. It's the Twink dungeon. Shadowfen Keep.
Yeah.
Sorry, to explain, because I just got the term oofed. Twink in MMO, or actually in other games it's called Smurf. It's when you play a low-level account to completely pub stomp other people.
Okay, I've never heard it called Twink before.
Why did World of Warcraft call it that?
I don't know. It's very funny, because every time I hear it, I go,
Yeah,
I don't know about that, Chief.
Back in the day, I actually used to play a level 19 warrior in...
Used to play a level 19 Twink?
19 Twink, yeah. But yeah, most of your good gear comes from either Dead Mines? No, not Dead Mines. Dead Mines, yes.
Yeah.
Dead Mines or Shadowfen Keep. So those are the ones you can access. And RFK, which no one accesses because it sucks.
WoW should just, at this point, give you access to like level, I want to say 50 or 60 for free.
it should do.
Okay, I guess I'm still thinking of. I'm last time I played was Battle for Azeroth, so that was before they did the big level squish again. So I don't know what the max level is right now.
70, I think.
70.
I don't
Okay,
know.
then they should do like level 40.
No, here's what they should do. The current expansion, I think, is Dragonflight. We're just gonna go with that because that's the last one I remember. So Dragonflight, and then the one right before that was Shadowlands. Okay. Anything that came before those, you get to play for free.
Yeah.
Just like Final Fantasy XIV. Anything that is not like the last one or two, you get to play for free. No ifs, ands, or buts.
That would honestly probably get a lot of people to play.
That would make so many people play the game.
Yeah, because I would actually boot the game up. And
Yes.
then I would go and play some of my older characters and catch up.
No subscription fee needed.
Right.
Don't even need to buy the base game anymore. Just let them play it for free. Let them try it. See if they like it. If they like that they get to do all this content. Awesome. They're gonna pay for it. They do it with Final Fantasy XIV all the time. And with Final Fantasy XIV, you don't only get the story. You get to do the raids. You get to do whatever the heck is in that content.
Yeah.
For free.
And that would get people to play retail. That's what their biggest problem is, isn't it? Is
retail, I think, is getting trashed by Classic.
Yeah. Just like how old school RuneScape and RuneScape 3 were.
Yeah. But the funny thing is, I think both of those are getting trashed by RuneScape, so it doesn't matter.
It's because RuneScape's such a good game. I mean, old school RuneScape is so good.
It also didn't help that one of their one of their biggest content creators has stopped playing the game, has said, like, he'll defend Classic and say it's the best one, but, like, it's Asmongold, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, he trash talks the company, he trash talks the game. Why would anybody play it? You scared away one of your biggest content creators, and they did it on purpose. They don't like him. And I understand. I understand people not liking Asmongold. I do. I can see the rough edges that people don't like.
Asmon has this points that... So, Asmon can be very entertaining.
Yes. He's also very stupid on some points.
But he can be very frustrating to watch at the same time. But that's just because he's just a person.
Yes. Everybody does these things.
Yes, there are times when he's putting on a persona. Sure. But
at
a
the
lot
end
of
the day,
times...
he's still a person.
He's still a person. So there's going to be points you disagree on, and sometimes people are stupid, some more than others.
But you know what you don't do as a company? Scare away the people that's advertising your stuff for free.
Yeah.
Especially if they're big names.
That's the thing, for free.
For free.
He was not, no, actually not even just for free. He was paying a subscription.
He was, yeah. He paid to advertise your game.
He was paying you to advertise, and he was buying mounts, and he was doing that. So
he didn't buy mounts. He was avid against that mount buying.
Oh, okay. Then he was gifted mounts?
People try to gift him mounts. He has one single store mount, and that's because he accidentally accepted it through the mail.
That's funny. Okay, then I stand corrected on that part.
Yeah.
But still, he's still paying a subscription.
In fact, he is the reason the spit emote got banned from WoW.
That's funny.
Because
that was such a good emote.
He put a campaign in that anytime you saw a person riding a mount that you buy from the real money store, spit on him. It happened so much that people were reporting it for harassment, so Blizzard removed the emote.
But it's stupid. A good emote. Damn.
It's weird they made that into a real thing with Cybertrucks.
Right? Oh, man. I see one in town every now and then I laugh.
You spit on it?
No.
Oh, okay.
He's always driving. I don't have that much range.
You just like spit on the ground and like...
like an oil slick. He crashes.
I was gonna say just point back and forth at it, like so they get the message.
Tell him to roll down his window and then spit on it. Just hawking at him and then rolling window.
Like a fucking alpaca.
Oh man.
How long have we been going?
I have no clue.
An hour and a half.
You know what? That's probably good.
That's a good cutoff point. Spitting on a Cybertruck like an alpaca.
We started with Elon and we ended with Elon.
Cycle is complete.
He's the alpha and omega.
He is. That's what he probably wants. So
thank you, Elon.
Thank you, Elon. Please make Catgirls real. We'll stop insulting you.
Yeah, if you make Catgirls,
you can lie about being the best player in every video game ever. Make Catgirls real.
Engineer a Catgirl to pilot your account.
Do it. All right. Anyways, this has been another episode of H-Bomb Podcasts with all three of us sitting here talking again. So, peace.
Bye.
Shuffle around like